Let's go. All right, let's start today's show with a Sub-Zero update.
Mofo.
Here's Sub-Zero. If you all remember that we got Sub-Zero when he was 6 weeks old, and now he just turned 7 months, and he is a whopping nearly 60 pounds, right?
He's a big mofo.
What do you think, Lily? Is he pretty big now?
He is a big
He's
mofo.
a monster. What do you think, Sub-Zero? Is he a monster? All right. You guys ready? Lily, you want to lock in at the beginning? Okay, so Liliana's over here. She's our 13-year-old daughter. And Carla's over
Oh,
here.
I like this one. Don't count the days, make the days count. So I'm looking for a poster for my daughter to inspire her because she has low confidence in her tennis game. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know because I'm going to purchase a poster for her new room. And I want her to look at it every single day so she believes in herself.
Now you say new room. How is this so?
Well, her brother left, so now it's her room. So I want her to look at this because I used to write things to myself and put it in my room and look at it. Yes.
Okay. Carla's referring to the fact that Liliana just got her own bedroom for the first time. So she's 13. We have 5 children. She's right in the middle. So she has always shared a room. So Christopher, our 4th oldest of 5 children, arrived at the United States Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs just the other day. Here's a picture of him as he just got his hair shaved. Sup, Chris?
No.
Okay. So Chris.
I do miss him. I'll be honest with you. I do get sad. I just try not to show it to the family. I do get sad because my daughter's like, "Why are you crying for him?" I mean, I get sad. It's my son, no matter what. So he was a pain in the ass, but I get sad. Of course.
Yeah. I was gonna say you for like all these years you would like pull your hair out and gnash your teeth.
But I miss him.
But then he leaves and you cry.
Because I think any mother, there's a reason why there's a difference between mothers and fathers. I think mothers are more emotional. We think about our kids 24/7, and even if they're bad sometimes, or maybe get bad towards you, you still love them. I mean, you put your mom through hell, and she still loves you.
Sup, Mom?
Just
Sup,
saying.
Mom? Yeah, Chris was ready to go, and I was like, "Don't let that airplane door kick you in the ass on the way in." I'm just kidding. Anyway, a couple of shout outs before we start. Shout out, obviously, to our 2nd oldest of 5 children, Christopher. He won't have any access to a cell phone or any type of internet or anything until about 5.5 more weeks. So he'll watch this later. Also, a shout out to Liliana holding Sub-Zero over here. She has her own room. Her own room now after all these years. Lily, how does it feel to have your own room?
I'm so glad I do. I set up LED lights and all my paintings and stuff. And I'm going to get posters, not the ones that Mom wants.
Yeah.
I am going to get you a poster because you need to believe in yourself. So, yeah.
All right. So shout out to you, Lily, for your own room. By the way, shout out to my dad. My dad has sent some of these posters on the wall. Federer with the lovely backhand volley. Justine Henin with a nice elevated left elbow when she's hitting the one-handed backhand. But this one, this is a Muhammad Ali quote. If you don't know who Muhammad Ali is, he's a boxer. We would study boxing as children. Joe Louis, Muhammad Ali, namely, to study footwork. As a matter of fact, we incorporate sparring and boxing footwork in our tennis lessons with students. And those students that watch this, you can testify for that. But here's this one. Don't count the days. Make the days count. Don't forget, Muhammad Ali said, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Exactly what we teach on the tennis court. Move your feet. Okay.
George withdrew. Did you know George withdrew? Didn't you pick him?
I did not.
Oh.
Yes, if you're playing fantasy teams and you pick Chorich on your team, there is a competitor that's chosen Chorich. I think it might be Ashish. I'm not sure. It might be Alex Kuyar. Change him before you get.
Can you bring me my sheet, Lily? I left my sheets.
Your drawers?
And
Yeah.
Your drawers?
Yeah.
Change him.
And my notebook.
Yeah, if you're playing fantasy teams or the $600 prize giveaway and you or $600 cash giveaway and you chose Chorich, change him before you get stuck with the lucky loser. By the way, shout out Thomas Chi in Canada and Gene Swart in South Africa. I know Gene Swart has been active already submitting the entry.
Tim Chi, you falling asleep there?
Yeah, where is Thomas Chi? We've seen Gene Swart doing all this stuff. He's out there right now. I haven't seen Thomas Chi. Am I supposed to pay Thomas Chi if I don't see him showing up? Come on, man. I can't pay you if you're not there.
Thank you.
Let's go, Gene.
Believe in yourself.
I might have to double Gene up.
I'll tell you every day.
Come on, man.
I'll tell you every day, girl.
Yeah, I can't pay you if you're not active. Okay. Okay. And the second sign over here says this: service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth. Let me repeat that. Service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth. And that's another Muhammad Ali quote. Thomas Chi, show up or you can't get paid, bro. Okay. Any more shout outs for you, Carla?
I think we have Djokovic, right?
Yes.
Yeah, see, I always liked him, and I knew there's a reason why I liked him.
Okay, explain the shout out.
I mean, you thought he was kind of ugly, but looking at him now, you're like, oh, okay, the guy was good looking.
You used to say he would be #1 in the world. She's speaking of the
You used to say George was going to be a really
top
good,
5.
Yeah, and he hasn't been.
And he came close.
How close did he really come?
Alexander Dogopolov, a former great player. If you guys don't know who he is, look him up. He was a Ukrainian player, and he is now fighting alongside the Ukrainians in the conflict there. We'll get into geopolitical stuff here, even though we really should, because I have an entire list to start the show of withdrawals and people that cannot play because of geopolitics, and we'll get into that shortly. But Carla, your shout out is to Alexander Dogopolov. Do you have a video?
Yeah, I do.
To show them? This is Alexander Dogopolov on the front lines, fighting for his countrymen and women.
We're in Bakhmut on the front line. Tough artillery battles here. I think Russia needs to be stopped here because if Ukraine falls, Europe might see this at home.
Russia needs to be drained from all their financial capabilities. Doing business with Russia is supporting terrorism and killing civilians.
Okay, I didn't know they said that at the end, or I wouldn't have played that. Not trying to get into propaganda here.
Oh, I wasn't trying either.
That's Alexander Dogopolov.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to get to that. I was just showing that was him. I mean, that was my whole point. Not.
Yeah, we could have muted that because there's always two sides to every story. However, a shout out to him for.
I mean, he looks completely different.
Yeah.
You see him from, he looks completely different. He looks better looking without the hair.
Yeah.
Without the hair.
Well,
without the pony.
What is that? A hint? That's a hint. I look like a Q-tip with short hair.
I think you look.
Now,
I think you look very handsome. Just saying. But whatever. One day you realize it. So.
Look, Alexander Dogopolov used to have kind of a really some scarish type things on his face.
He let his hair grow. He let his hair grow, so it helped. Yeah.
All right. So shout outs are done. We're gonna start today's show with this. Unfortunately, we're gonna start today's show with the Serena Williams topic. I'm going to leave it at that. We're going to start today's show with Serena Williams. And here's where I'm going with this. If you watch Serena Williams playing doubles with Ons Jabeur, and forget about them even playing, if you just look at the fact of how she looked when she walked on the court, she was wearing like a mock.
She looked like a big mama.
Oh, my goodness.
She looked like a big mama. She looked like her mama.
She looked bigger than Helena Ostapenko.
She looked like her mama.
And some of you picked Helena Ostapenko to make the women's final, and some of you did that on the $600 cash giveaway. Are you serious?
Let me send you a reminder.
This is a major. This isn't the Eastbourne Invitational. You can't be 373 pounds looking like a gray whale. You can't. There's no way, Serena. It's impossible. So here's what I'm getting at with this topic. Is Serena playing going to end up being a dramatic match for the first round? In other words, is she going to fall? Is she going to cry? Is she going to ram a ball down an umpire's throat? Look, I like Serena. I do. I really do. Don't think I don't.
Are you guys kidding me? Did you really choose her?
Who?
Ostapenko.
Look at Serena and the Jabeur doubles.
I mean, Serena looked like a blimp.
Big Serena fan. But sometimes I feel like now, I was a big Serena fan until I knew she couldn't win another major, right? It was just time to stop. I almost feel like it's a given that she's going to go on center court, and if she gets down or she feels tested, she's going to sprain an ankle and make some dramatic exit, like, oh my gosh, and cry and all this stuff.
She's definitely bigger.
I mean, is this
is
this going to be a drama diva session, or is it going to be a tennis match? Whatever happens, if you were a betting person, would you bet on that Serena Williams?
If you're wearing tights and your cellulite is showing through your tights,
dimples in the tights.
You have dimples. I don't have dimples on my legs. Just saying. I don't even think when I was pregnant I had dimples on my legs.
And you have 5 kids.
I've never had dimples on my legs. If you're putting tights on and I can see
dimples in the booty,
You're fat.
Dimples in the
For
booty.
tennis.
Yeah.
Pro tennis.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the poll question. Can you type this poll question?
Let me find a picture.
Can you type this poll question? Will Serena's time at Wimbledon end up in theatrics?
Will
Serena's time in Wimbledon
Serena's
in 2022, whatever.
time
Is Serena's
Wimbledon.
time this year at Wimbledon just theatrics? I mean, is it going to be some drama
Will
fest?
Serena be dramatic in this?
Will she be dramatic? You know, will we see some cry fest? Will we see, you know, some, oh my gosh, you know, oh, by the way, and also if you watched her playing doubles with Ons Jabeur,
She didn't move.
no, she not only did she not move, but she was grunting on easy volleys. Like, I'm at the net and I'm playing. And here comes an easy ball coming right to me, and she's like, yeah! I'm like, holy shit, man, shut up. Yeah! I'm like, did I need that on that volley? Did I really need that on that volley? It's like, what? Right? Here it comes. Ah! Drop shot. Ah! Like, what are you doing, man? Just chill already.
She has to use the grunting though. For
Gosh.
And I picked Serena to meet Pliskova and lose to her. No way Pliskova should allow Serena to beat her.
Look, it looks like the poll right now is showing that more people do not think it's going to be drama. How did you type the question? I'm surprised. Okay, it's narrowing down 57%. How did you type the question? Will Serena's
Oh,
that's like that's Spanish in her. Will Serena's
What's Serena?
yeah. So have you guys have you ever seen
Backwards? Not.
have you ever seen the movie Selena? Right, Selena with the unfortunately the tragic story of Selena's that's no longer with us. But in the movie there was the young man that picked her up because their tour bus broke down, and he pulled up and he rolled up and he was like, Selena's, what's up, Selena's? I'll do anything for you, Selena's, my lovely. I'll do anything for you, Selena's. So she just dropped the Serena's, and she knew what I was talking about because I give her shit about it all the time. So you picked up on that, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, she picked up on that.
I was trying to find a picture of Serena Williams with.
Hey, by the way, if you watch the Serena Ons Jabeur doubles, Serena had this black tape on her face. What was that? Was it like a writing? Was it like paper stitches? You know, like if we get stitches on light skin, we use the.
I think she cut herself or something.
It was like a stitch or something. Anyway.
All right, here it is. I was looking for this picture.
It's going to be drama, I can assure you. And by the way, Serena may very well lose in the first round. And I think I might even have her losing in the first round. Draw right here. Does Serena lose in the first round? Does she? Who is she? I think it's, isn't she playing the French girl, Paris? Isn't she playing a French girl named Paris?
I mean, look. That's a big mama there, and Jabeur is not small herself.
No, the microphone's here. Be careful.
Well, they say you were saying it loud. So it's not like an explosion.
Oh, my bad.
So I don't want to be too loud.
Yeah, I might need to turn it down. Thanks, Jose P. Thanks, bro.
I mean, pause. I mean, damn.
Ooh.
Just saying.
Can I see that? Yeah.
You can see the dimples. If you go back, you can see her dimples right there.
Look, it's going to be hard for anybody to beat Swiatek no matter what, and we're going to get into that shortly. But it's going to be hard for anyone to beat Swiatek regardless of surface, right? With that said, I don't think how it can be anything less than theatrics that's going to make it a reasonable appearance for her whole team, her whole entourage. You know, I mean, I think it will be drama, and I think it will be nothing short of drama. Do you agree or disagree? Is Serena? There's a poll question. So most people say no.
I think it'll only be dramatic if she's losing. If she's winning, we won't see drama.
She's gonna lose.
Yeah.
Who does she play in the first round?
Tan?
Does she play a French girl in the first round?
Tan? T-A-N?
I think she plays the first.
First of all, I just don't know how people wear those compression things.
Yes, you were right. She plays Harmony Tan in the first round. Serena could very well lose that match or any other match that she plays. Okay. All right. Next topic, a list of Russian and Belarusian players that are not allowed to play, as well as a few more players that have withdrawn or are not playing. Okay. And we're going to forward on this list to an argument I'm not gonna say it was a bad argument, but Carl and I got into a debate last night, and there was some heat behind it
Yeah.
about this list.
I disagree
And
with
here's
that.
how it went. So I think we were cooking dinner, and then something like
Was it
that.
last night? The night
It
before?
was, no, it was
No, we
last
were
night
doing
because
the-
I wrote it.
We were
I
doing the
quoted you.
draws. Yeah.
I quoted her. So here it is. You can see down here, Carla, and I put quotes. Carla quotes. So I wrote this as we went.
Djokovic has the Mickey Mouse draw as well. For 0-9.
Djokovic would win this tournament, and we'll get into this in a moment. Djokovic will win this tournament without dropping but a few sets. He's going to win it without
By the
dropping
way,
a few
you
sets.
missed me comment earlier on the fantasy stuff. Did I miss the comment, Gene? Go ahead. How many times?
Okay, here is a list of withdrawn players and Russian and Belarusian players that are not playing. Okay, and then everybody knows this. But so I'm just reminding you. But we're going to further this by an argument that we had, and it almost got to the point where there was a little hostility. Honestly,
I got pissed.
I was pissed too. I was like ready to go upstairs and leave your ass with the dogs. I was pissed. Actually, I'm just telling you, I was kind of pissed. And
My opinion, your opinion. We have opinions. How can you get pissed about opinions? That's my point. Like, how can you get mad about an opinion? I can say something's red and you can say something's blue, and we might both be wrong.
Carla, by the way, can tell you the sky is yellow, okay, and the sun is blue, like the Grateful Dead song. And if you even say, "What are you talking about, Willis?" She will just get all pissed off. So you have to agree that the sky is yellow and the sun is blue, because otherwise she'll just smack you in the face. Not really, because I wouldn't handle that, but she'll hit. Okay, all right. So here's the list of the players. Okay, Aryna Sabalenka, Victoria Azarenka, Alexandrova, Daria Kasatkina, Kudermetova, Sasnovich, Pavlyuchenkova, Samsonova, Grasheva, Potapova, Kalinskaya. Those are just the Russians. Let me finish. I'm going to lay into you on this one because you have no defense on such an awful statement as you made last night. Okay? And I quoted it. Okay, now let me go ahead and tell you some other notable withdrawals that you probably already know anyway. Again, I understand that that we all know this, but let me remind. Svitolina, okay, Ukrainian, by the way, shout out to her. And
she's pregnant.
And Dolgopolov, yes.
Yeah.
Vondrousova, Leylah Fernandez, the player that's better than Emma Raducanu, who.
Unfortunately, she got hurt, yeah.
Yeah. Sharif, Osaka, we all knew she was out.
Yeah.
Kanju, and Sophia Kenin. Now,
Kenan's still injured.
this is quite a big list. Sabalenka, Azarenka, Alexandrova, Kasatkina, Kudermetova, Sasnovich, Pavlyuchenkova, Samsonova, Gracheva, Potapova,
None of them are
Kalinskaya,
going to win.
Svitolina, Vondrousova, Leylah Fernandez,
None
Sharif,
were gonna
Osaka,
win anyways.
Kanju, and Kenin.
None were going to win anyways.
I read this list all night off to Carla last night when I was writing this, and you know what she busted up with? Here's her quote. Let me clear my throat on this, Carla.
I'm right, though.
Okay, let me clear my throat on this. It was Carla's exact quote while she was in a really tense mood. I get it because she had coached for like 10 days in the sun.
What I said is truthful, though.
Okay, here's what Carla said. You ready for this? Drum roll. Carla said, none of these girls matter.
They don't.
They won't win anyway.
Factual. First of all, let's talk about Azarenka. Azarenka hasn't been Azarenka for a long time. It doesn't matter. She's safe just the screeching. Sabalenka can't freaking serve, can't be consistent. It doesn't matter. She wasn't going to make it far.
Okay.
So Lavina's moved on with her life. She wouldn't have won anyways. Leylah Fernandez wouldn't have won anyways. Sinekova, that's funny. Who else? Vondrousova? Come on, Vondrousova.
Who said Siniakova? I said Samsonova.
Didn't matter.
Okay, hold on. Sometimes, Carla's a fine.
Carla is right.
What?
Thank you.
Alex, by the way, good luck on your fantasy team. Good luck on your fantasy team.
You don't laugh at his fantasy team. His fantasy team's fun. None of those girls would have mattered. And why are we talking about it when it's not going to change anything? That's like if I would have played the lottery in 2000 and blah, 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 I would have won. It didn't matter. I didn't play. They can't play. They can't play.
I got dumber after that.
No, what I'm saying is they can't play, so why are we looking if? First of all, Sabalenka's never won a slam. Azarenka's been done. She's been crying. She has no mental toughness anymore. Every time we see her in the court, she's crying. Okay? Kenin hasn't been the same since she split her dad. You don't even like her. What's the big deal? And none of these players matter. None.
I've never seen Gene Swart write a comment so long in my life. Let's read this one. I just saw it. It's long, and he deserves that. All right, so Gene Swart, what's up, bro? Justin and Carla, that the competitors who want to play fantasy team.
Some of the users
picks were structured very messy, especially for Ashish, who had so many errors, and it took a lot of time to correct. Yes.
So fix your damn
No,
things.
come on. Okay.
Justin, we used to get mad when the same thing happened. It's not hard, guys.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So Gene is referring to our fantasy team competitions, and that's it. I'll leave the other, the big money competition out of it just to save you time. But we used to do this by hand, and we did it for like 3 years, and we just didn't have time to do it. And I won't get into the rules. There's a video out for that if you look at the playlist, and you can still get in. So if you're watching this video and you want a chance to win $600 cash or $50 times 2 to the top 2 winners, then watch the video on this playlist, Fantasy Team Wimbledon prize giveaway and entry rules, whatever. But it takes a lot of time. It really does. Hence why we pay them. So, and Thomas Chi needs to show up, or I'm going to just double up you. I'm just saying, I'll send you 100 instead of 50. I wouldn't pay someone so much money if it wasn't tough. We used to do it by hand. And when you submit your teams, if your players are all over the place and you don't have the seedings in and you don't actually listen to the rules, it makes you not even want to take the entry, right?
Yeah,
it frustrates you. I'm
the type that wouldn't take the entry.
Yeah,
Justin was nice.
Yeah, I'm not throwing shade at anyone, but the rules are simple. Just put your 1-point players at the top and put your 2-point players here and your wild card on the bottom, and do the same for the men's and women's team, and it's easy. But I know how much work Gene Swart is putting in right now. I haven't heard from Thomas, so again, I might be sending you 100 instead of 50. I have a budget out for 100 anyway, so I might as well just send it. But I know you're working right now, and it's very much appreciated because I used to do it with a pen and paper. Love you, bro, for sure, no doubt. And I may just do that anyway. Holla at me. Anyway, but just keep it clean and neat. And if you're gonna play, listen to the rules video and actually kind of pay attention, because I can tell you right now, Gene's typewriter is on fire. I can tell you that. And thank you, Gene. I really do thank you. You're a fine young man. Okay, where did I leave off? Oh, Carla's saying that none of these players matter. Now, I want you to think about something for a moment from an overall objective perspective of the tournament. All of these players, I'm not saying all of these players were going to win Wimbledon, but all of these players would put extra miles on multiple other players' shoes, right? So someone like Sabalenka, yeah, I don't think she would have won it, but she could have given someone a grueling match.
Number 200 in the world?
Come on, Carla.
Justin.
Look, these players being out gives someone like Raducanu who a better chance to do better when she sucks. There's like 20 players here that are actually pretty damn good players.
You didn't bitch when the U.S. Open started and a lot of players were missing. Did you bitch about that?
Because it was an asterisk U.S. Open anyway with the COVID stuff. And
this is definitely not an asterisk. The women's tennis.
It's not an asterisk.
The women's tennis.
Djokovic was one player not playing, and it was an asterisk. But we got 20 players, and it's not an asterisk.
It's not an asterisk. Women's tennis right now is so unreliable that it's not an asterisk. Definitely not an asterisk.
Does this Wimbledon have an asterisk?
If Swiatek did not play, then you can say it's an asterisk.
Because of one person?
Those women didn't do shit at the French Open.
Can you type this question?
Hernandez got hurt. Maybe she could have done something.
Even though I'm way over here.
We're still waiting on the Serena thing.
What Serena thing? It ended up even. It's like 50-50.
Justin, shut up. You just want to talk a lot of drama. You're dramatic.
Like Serena?
You're like Serena.
But
dramatic.
How can you possibly tell me all these players missing and you saying if Swiatek just one was missing, it would be drama? There's like 20 players here.
None of those matter. Not for Wimbledon.
Okay, let's postulate this. One of the players, Sabalenka. If Sabalenka,
she sucks.
But let's say someone like Emma Raducanu, who had to play Emma Sabalenka, or the lucky loser that filled in for her. You're telling me that Sabalenka didn't matter moving forward?
Raducanu's going to lose anyways to Ben whatever.
I don't get it, man.
Oh, brother, you just want to talk shit. It doesn't matter.
I don't get it, man.
It doesn't matter. It matters a little more to the men's side than the women's side. I'm just saying. Those ladies weren't going to do anything.
Those girls matter.
Okay, whatever.
Are you serious? Okay,
they're
we'll
hurt.
Leave it at that.
It's called injury.
Poll question that.
Said Lavina was going to do something?
No, but she would have given someone a better match than watching Svitolina.
There's so many players in women's tennis.
Than watching Svitolina against
So many of these tennis players.
Aranza Rus, no disrespect to her, she was a fine junior player.
They're
right?
all about the same.
They're all about the same.
Anybody could lose or win on any given day in women's tennis.
Except for Swiatek.
Any given day, any of those ladies can lose.
Agreed.
Any of them.
But at the same point in time, any one of those women could have won. They could have won.
You could have, should have, would have. We don't know.
Carl, let me ask you a question. Straight up. Look me right here. Now, let me ask you without laughing though, seriously.
I think Fernandez is the one mostly affected.
Besides Serena Williams, name a female player that has won back-to-back majors since the year 2000. Back-to-back. In other words, they won Wimbledon once and then won it again. Forget about Serena. She has to be left out.
No one.
Nobody, right? Is that right or wrong? Did I get that wrong?
Nobody.
So you're telling me none of these girls,
None of those girls have even come close. They don't have.
Sabalenka has never come close. Azarenka
They
has
don't have
won
the
multiple.
They don't have the it factor.
Kazakhina, U.S. Open semifinal.
Kazakhina, we've been talking about for years. She hasn't done shit.
All right.
So Lavina can never go against a power player at the end of the day. She's pregnant anyway. She's happy. She don't give a crap about this.
Okay. To end this segment, I want to end it at this. Okay. Can you poll question this?
Then Gene says we can speculate all we want, and they're not in the draw, so it doesn't matter anyways. Laugh out loud.
Okay. Well, well
Thank you. We're just talking shit. What about if this person would have run for president and then we would have had this person? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Just saying.
Okay. Poll question this is a brief one. Okay. So it ended up 50-50 on will Serena's Wimbledon appearance be nothing but drama. It ended up 53% no and 47% yes. Okay. So even Steven, coin toss. It's going to be drama. You know it. There's going to be some tears, and there's going to be the crowd, and there's going to be like this wave.
So Yama said, I think even though for female tennis, there are many players missing because of the Russian issue, and it's a matter in a lot more than men's side, but still not an asterisk, and they are not contenders.
That's a good comment.
They're not contenders. Thank you. They are not contenders.
Let's go, Lahiri. Let's go.
They're not contenders.
So
why waste the breath?
So can I ask Lahiri a question?
Go
If you had to select one thing, and that one thing being, and I'll just pick a name, Sabalenka. Okay. What is the reason why you think that Sabalenka is not a contender? Is it her screech? Is it her lack of a consistent serve?
Her
She has no variety. Yeah. All of which would be true, but I do like the comment. And what's up, SD Tennis, by the way? Robert Frush out there, my man. I almost wore your hat today.
Alex Figueroa said Venus 2000, 2001 Wimbledon, 2000, 2001 US Open. That's a long time ago.
Yeah, and I agree with Jesus. I do miss Ashley Barty as well.
Yeah,
she is indeed missed. And don't forget Justine Henin up here is definitely missed as well.
We talk about Justine Henin.
Okay, poll question so we can change to the next segment. Okay, poll question is this: agree or disagree? You don't have to type that part. But do you agree that the players aforementioned, the players that we just talked about, do not change or asterisk Wimbledon? So in other words, do the players we just talked about change Wimbledon or not?
No, they don't.
So each one of those players you can remove and just put any other girl in, and it's just the same. So we can take out Sabalenka and put in Trevisan. No,
we got Sakari. She's making up for Sabalenka.
Okay, but there's one less of those type of players.
We got many of those that scream.
Okay.
You got Ostapenko who screams. Don't worry, we're not missing the screech. You got Risk who screams. We got enough screechers. Right?
Okay, let's shift to the men's side real quickly, okay? On the men's side, here are the following withdrawals. Again, we all know this. Daniil Medvedev, again, the whole Russian belt.
He would make a big difference.
He would make a big difference,
He
right?
would, yes.
Okay, so all of a sudden you're on board with this.
You said females.
But Sabalenka doesn't.
Sabalenka sucks ass.
Isn't she like number 3 or 4 in the world?
I don't know. Didn't she drop more?
I don't know, Carla. Look it up.
Sabalenka doesn't matter as much as Medvedev. She's not even the closest to his level.
Okay, your boy Thor, Karen Khachanov.
He's irrelevant.
Okay. I wore the Roger Federer shirt.
Irrelevant.
I wore the Roger Federer shirt, but we all know that Federer's out. And even if he was in, he was due for a first round dismissal. Anyway, Federer has a better chance to go further in a major than Serena Williams. Can you poll question this one? Or did you already poll question that?
What else do you want to poll question?
Who would go farther at Wimbledon given they both played, Federer or Serena currently? Would you rather have Federer on your fantasy team or Serena as a wild card? That's a tough question. That's a tough question.
I think you would have to choose Federer at that point.
Okay, yeah, I think you would have to choose Federer because
I'm
at
sorry.
least he's in shape.
Exactly.
Okay, Rublev isn't playing. Not that I really liked Catman anyway. Have any of you guys or gals seen the Catman Rublev? When he's in his cat form, when he transforms into a cat? I have. I've seen him. Lloyd Harris, South African, had surgery. Ivashka Karatsev Zverev, as we know, blew out his ankle. Nishikori. Now, I thought this one was funny. People were talking about Nishikori's not playing. I was like, why are you even mentioning that? I was like, Nishikori who?
He's not even a contender.
Like, huh? Nishikori what? Like, why did you just say? Why would I even worry if he was playing or not? He's a fine young man and he's a good player. Love you, bro. UK is a good guy. But I don't need to have a spoiler alert that Nishikori is not playing Wimbledon. I don't need to change my draw or my fantasy team selections because Kei Nishikori isn't playing. Would you? He's going to go 5 sets no matter what. Then
If Rublev played, I wouldn't have changed. If Kachanov, I wouldn't have changed it.
Exactly.
Zverev, maybe. Yes.
And,
Not Thiem.
and then people are saying Dominic Thiem's not playing. Dominic Thiem had been on a set for like a year and a half.
Zverev and Medvedev were probably the two that I probably would have adjusted
Yes.
some stuff. Yes.
Yes, we would have missed Medvedev and we would have missed Zverev. They
Yeah.
would have very likely made it to the semifinals
Yes,
if not
those
further.
two I would have definitely, shifted my
Yeah.
things around a bit.
Absolutely. And thinking about like the top 6 or top 8 that you would prospect making the semifinals, obviously Djokovic and Nadal. Thank goodness they're on opposite sides of the draw, which the French Open didn't do. Thumbs down on that crap. What was Roland Garros thinking, throwing those guys into the semifinals? That was so stupid. They lost money on that. I guess there was probably some, spite for Djokovic out there because of his stance on vaccines and just.
Oh, SD tennis is gonna get drilled so hard.
What's SD tennis talking about? SD tennis, Robert. What's up, my brother? I happen to agree with Justin. All the players out does matter. If not, let's just the top 10 seeds in the draw because realistically speaking, those are ones that have a chance of winning. Exactly.
No,
it's not that you think
don't
they're
go
going
by
to win.
seedings. How many times Justin said it doesn't
But
matter
they're seeded for a reason. They're
Justin said
seeded
it
for
doesn't
a
matter if you
reason.
play a tournament. I tell the director to my son, give him the best. The seeding doesn't matter. But now you're going back on your shit.
But what I'm saying, in a major, in a $1 billion
None of
industry,
those
they get
girls
the
matter.
seedings right.
None of those girls matter. The only one that I feel could have affected something might have been Leylah Fernandez. That's it. Sorry.
Okay, poll question here. Who would win?
Poll question. Oh my God.
Can you
Poll
type
question.
Who's
Who's
right there and
right?
type it?
There's another poll.
Okay,
Poll question.
okay,
Who's right?
who
Carlo
would-
Justin.
Can you please just write something? Who would win in a match right now at Wimbledon if they played Emma Raducanu or Sabalenka? Who would win that match? And you talk about she don't matter. Everybody in their right mind is going to say
She's
Sabalenka.
going to lose to anybody. That's not a question.
So you're saying Emma Raducanu does not even have the capability of winning one match?
No.
Damn. Sorry, England. Don't hate her. Don't hate her, Great Britain. Let's go, United Kingdom. Don't hate her, though. William Spencer. He's in the UK. Is she lying? Is William Spencer on there?
Yeah, he's on there. He's always making comments.
Let's go, Lahiri. Let's go, bro. All right. Let me finish off my list of men not playing. Okay.
I'm just saying anybody could be Raducanu. Shoot. Coco Vanderway might have a chance.
No, whoa. See, she just shot from the hip. Did not Coco Vanderway.
She's a lucky loser.
Didn't she lose in the qualies?
She's a lucky loser. Did
Oh,
you not pay attention to Jean Swart?
Damn. She's getting snappy over here. Like, snap.
I'm just saying anybody has a chance against Raducanu right now.
When,
You don't have to put Sabalenka. We can put any name in there.
when Carla gets her head going, you're like, what? Watch out.
Just saying.
You gotta stick and move.
I mean, Justin's like, poll question.
But
Who's
you-
right? Carlo Justin?
But you hadn't even typed but one the whole time.
I typed 2 already, and I typed the other one. Who's right? Carlo Justin.
Okay.
Wait till you-
Where is that?
Wait,
Where is that question?
Wait, it's right there. Who's right?
That's
Carlo?
not a poll question. You
Man,
gotta
we're
put it in
trying-
a poll
We're
format.
trying to finish
You
this
gotta
poll
put it
question.
in, you gotta hit end poll. See, man, come on. You gotta recover. But that's not a poll question. You gotta end it and then do another one.
Wait till you hear his fantasy team.
I got a beast.
SD tennis, I'm laughing at your final, by the way.
All right.
Laughing. I laughed when I saw that final.
All right. We're fixing to get into the
Happy
draw.
wife, happy life. Nah, that don't matter.
That's true.
That don't matter.
That's true.
Don't believe everything.
Look, there's 2 theories of arguing.
Wrong, because he still argues.
There's two theories of arguing with your wife or a woman, and neither one work. None.
This is tennis, though. We're talking about tennis. I know tennis. You tell me I don't know tennis. It'd be different if it's something else.
You know it very
If
well.
it's something about you telling me about grammar or something, I would have to agree with you. Or something about psychology. Shit, I don't know about that. I would have to agree with you.
Fair enough.
But I know about tennis. Just saying.
Yeah, I think it's.
Your women's pick is hilarious.
Yeah, I think it's kind of sometimes you find people in the years and over the years that really don't realize that a female can be excellent. Sometimes I think it's comical that over the years, and it's very few, but there was a guy, and I won't mention any names or what he looks like, but I know that saw you, and you know this, you told me about it in a way, that saw her and she was just walking and whatever, and the guy just prophesied that there is absolutely no way she's good. There's no way. What was, I forget how it went.
Oh, he told another player, there's no way that she's a 4-5. I would whoop that guy's ass.
I think even 0-0.
I would on him.
0-0, yeah. Carla plays with the guys and she beats a lot of them. She's solid. She's a good player. Very good. Excellent. One of the better female players.
I think that a lot of guys have a problem with a woman being better than them. They have it's a big problem for them.
Yeah, and all truth be told, I know we downloaded a video not terribly long ago where Carla and I played and I won, but I want to say one thing. She wins the majority, and I'm just telling you like it is. She does.
But when you play smart, when you play super smart, you take off my pace.
Yeah, the only chance I have to beat her is if I really chip and just slice the ball, draw. Otherwise, she's going to blow you off the court. Fair enough. Okay, time to get into the draw. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read off my fantasy team selection for the competition. I know a lot of you don't play it. I know that. I understand that. But it's gonna lead into our next segment.
Let me answer this question, Alex. Unfortunately, we probably won't play against each other anymore.
We will.
Not that serious. You guys have to remember that Justin did go through a serious injury, which has affected him.
The match we played is videoed.
If
you want to see the match, go to our playlist. I think it's random things.
The question is,
I get it, but
he's seen it.
If he hasn't seen it, it's been within the past year. So if you want to see a relatively recent match of us playing against one another, the whole match is there. I think it's on our playlist, and it says Justin and Carla. I think it's on the playlist random things. And then again, I think on this playlist and on another one, Justin and Carla hitting, something like that. But it's there. And we play a good match.
But we haven't played in a long time. Yeah. We just haven't had time. We've been coaching a lot. And really, we just haven't had time. I don't think it'll happen anytime soon.
We hope for it. But it seems like when we get done teaching, we're like, we got to go. We're like, oh my God, if I hit another tennis ball, I'm gonna die.
Like, I'm happy that we're off Sunday and Monday. I'm happy. I really am.
Yeah, and this time of the year, by the way, so Carla and I, for the past week, it's been like 110-degree heat index. I'm not kidding you, like 90% humidity. So I'm 44, soon to be 45, like soon, and Carla's 42, soon to be 43. In August, the same birthday as Roger Federer. August.
He has my birthday. Maybe.
He has her birthday because he's older. Yes. But we have kids that come out that have been playing for a while, or at least not been on court with us. Maybe they've, had the game sprinkled other places. They come to us in this heat, and we're like, we've had a couple, more than a couple, a handful of them in the past 2 weeks that have not been able to handle the heat. They have just gone into the shade and texted their mom, like, I can't do this, right? Anyway, the heat is rough, and you have to be ready to fight. And it's just one of those things. Okay, anyway, back to what you were saying. I'm sorry.
About the match between us?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it'll happen, just because when you're coaching a lot, it's hard to want to play, don't you think?
It's a motivation thing.
It's a motivation thing. It's hard. Now I understand why pro players,
they don't want to coach.
They don't want to coach anymore. Yeah. They're done.
Yeah.
They don't want to see, like, basketball players. You mentioned it a lot. I get it now, because there's times where I'm like, geez, I don't even want to hit a ball.
Alex QR says, yeah, it's hot as hell here as well. I think he's in Texas. I think Alex, are you in Texas?
It's been a very hot week. Very tough.
It's been rough.
Very rough. The temperature drops like maybe 5-10 degrees.
So like 92.
That's much better.
And that's without the heat index.
Yeah.
But here in Alabama, it's
been a rough week. It's been a very, very rough week. We've had a long week, schedule. On top of Wednesday was very rough, and just had a tough week.
Our Wednesdays are rocking though, because Deshay really has a really good clinic that. I think that's my favorite part of the week is on Wednesday nights.
And it's usually my busiest day, even though we have that.
Yeah.
It's like everybody will ask me, can you put me in on that day? And I just can't, because it's full.
Yeah. She's a gem for sure. Does an excellent job. All right.
Going back to our fantasy group.
Yeah, so
Team
what
picks.
I'm going to do is I'm going to read off my fantasy team. And guys and gals out there, if you watch this now or later, if you want to play the fantasy team competition or the $600 cash giveaway, go to a video on this playlist. You can see it. Just look a little bit. And it's the fantasy team instruction video. It's really simple. Just subscribe and play the game. Hey, what's the worst you can do? Spend a couple minutes typing something on a sheet of paper, writing it down. Again, thank you very much, Gene Swart. Where's Tom Chi? We have to call him We'll call Gene.
I'll send him an email. There might be something.
We'll call Gene Swart full time and Thomas Chi part time.
You don't know if there's something going on.
I'm just messing. He's good. Hopefully he's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to read off the players that I felt like would do well given their
Let me put your teams in. Gene, do you want me to put those comments in? Or ours don't really matter. I don't really want you to keep up with them. So we're just gonna say it on the show. I mean,
yeah, but I asked Gene, and this is the second thing. When Carla and I spend a lot of time, and we look at our draws, and we do it separately. Last night she was on one couch, I was on another couch, and we went through our draws after a day of coaching. And after that, we told each other our teams, and we locked them in.
And you laughed at me.
I laughed at her, but oddly enough, you had the same guys that I did basically. So we agreed tit for tat on the men, and then we totally disagreed on the women, and we got in a debate about it, namely because of Swiatek.
I'll send it to you on Messenger.
Okay. So Gene Swart out there, much love, South Africa. Tell your family hello. They raised a fine young man. I kid you not.
I'll put it here.
And if you ever come to the U.S., come here. You can stay here. I'll take care of you. I'll feed you, whatever. You're fine. Just get the passport and get a plane. I'll come pick you up at the airport. I swear. Okay. So my fantasy team would be this. Okay. So my 1-point players would be Iga Swiatek.
Oh, we're doing women?
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to read all 18 off. Okay. So on the women's side, I have Iga Swiatek and B, Annette Kontaveit. Okay, Carla was laughing at me. And look, I understand that, she's a high seed and she hasn't really done much at majors and so forth. I understand that, but I felt like anyone else in the bottom half of her draw was just about the same. So I felt like it was a coin toss. So finally, I just told myself, this coin toss, maybe she finally does something. By the way, Carla and I, if we finish in the top 2 of the fantasy team, or we hit the $600 on the nose, we don't win it. We just pass it to the next person on. Okay, my 2-point players: Bianca Andreescu, Petra Kvitova, Allison the Screeching Howling Owl Risk, Kaya Kanepi, the Brazilian Haddad Maia, and the first time I've ever picked her on my fantasy team ever, is Camila Giorgi. I picked her. I don't know why. I'll probably lose her in the first round. My prediction is even though I picked Giorgi, she'll probably lose in the first round. And also, I picked Haddad Maia only because she's done well on grass early on. But Carla always says it right. If you have a player that's done exceptionally well on grass or any surface, a warm-up, they generally don't do well in the major. Kind of like this guy Van Richthofen from I forget where he's from. I have it written down. But he just won a tournament over, what was it, Medvedev decisively and on grass. So the thing is how well does Van Richthofen, aka Beethoven? I'm gonna call him Beethoven. Can I call this dude?
Drunk said Kontaveit is recovering from COVID.
Okay, that's a good comment right there. Good comment. Thank you for that. Okay, so my wild card or my qualifying player that's worth 3 points per match win is Serena Williams. Now, I honestly think that Serena Williams has a good chance to lose in the first round based upon fitness and based upon potential injury and based upon a lack of match play. Sitting around with Patrick Mouratoglou, and I'm not saying sitting around, but working out with Patrick Mouratoglou and taking photo shoots and doing commercials. And Serena spends a lot of time on Instagram, on Facebook. She's always recording something. It takes time. She has a publicist, obviously. But I don't think she's in a situation to beat any player at this level that has been practicing every day and has bills to pay, right? Having bills to pay makes you even more of a competitor, okay? All right, so my women's team again: Iga Swiatek, Kontaveit, my 1-point players. Andreescu, Kvitova.
No, she won a tournament. Watch, guys. She will lose.
So you think Kvitova is going to do bad?
Yeah.
Because she just won?
Yeah.
Okay, good point. Allison Risk, Kaya Kanepi,
Maybe.
Haddad Maia,
Hell no.
Camila Giorgi, and Serena Williams.
Giorgi can always do well. I think that Giorgi's this surface suits her game. so she will do well. But someone like Haddad, who had a good grass season, will
Yeah.
not do well going into the slam. I believe that. Serena,
Yeah.
we would all be stupid not to pick Serena.
Well, I strategize it because if you pick a bunch of 1-point players, in other words, seeded within the top 20, you only get one
If I
point
copied
per
that
match
fantasy
win.
pick win contest, how would you feel? You would be very stupid.
Go
to
for it.
Kissoon.
Go for it, bro.
Please
Let's go,
for it.
Kissoon. Let's
Go
go,
for it.
bro. Let's go. You can do it. Yes, you can do it. Copy it. Roll with it.
Go for it. Good luck.
No, think about it. Think about it. That's
Good luck.
actually pretty damn smart. Let's go, K-Son, 21, 32, 145. That's smart, actually. Why is that smart? Why is that smart? Because he don't have to do any work, and he can just write it down and potentially win.
Now his picks. Tell him
So?
your final. Tell him your final. That shit's laughable.
But that's different.
Tell
That's
him your final. That shit's laughable.
okay. You're telling me that Iga Swiatek beating Annette Kontaveit is all?
No, the laughable part is Kontaveit. That's the laughable part. First of all, she hasn't done anything.
I
this
get
year.
it. I get it. But the women's is a coin toss anyway. So I just went with 1 and 2. Right? And I
Everyone's
saved
worth
my,
1 point.
look, I went 1 and 2. I went 1 and 2 and then studied the rest. I just being because it's a coin toss anyway.
Serena is too big to win Wimbledon. You gotta, you know it. Yeah, I know. SC Tennis. You guys are gonna lose. You want to hear?
What was Mike Walker saying? Mike Walker said, I love you, my brother, no matter what. I'm teasing my Serena stand that you guys are saying she's too fat to be competitive.
She's too fat.
She's too fat.
She is. I'm sorry.
She's too big, bro.
She's a big mama.
She's too big. Look, she was bigger than she was last year. Last year she rolled over on her foot or knee or something, had to retire. Come on, man. Okay, my men's team.
Let's say mine first.
Okay, go with the women.
All right, my pick is number 1, Swiatek. That was my
Okay.
Kerber, Jabeur,
Okay.
Anisimova,
Okay.
Stevens.
Sloan. Okay.
Yep. Muhova.
I don't get why you picked Sloan because you knocked her for so many years, and all of a sudden you're taking my beautiful chocolate milk sponsored lady, and now you're picking her. The furthest, correct me if I'm wrong, the furthest that Sloane Stephens ever made it at Wimbledon was 2013 quarterfinals, and then all of a sudden you're picking her.
I think it suits her game. That's why.
Suits her game. She's gone further on hard court and on clay than she's done here.
I think I'm doing better than your Kontaveit. I have Muhova because she always does well.
Wait a minute, Muhova's got a tough match in the first round. Who does Muhova play?
She's going to beat Halep. She is going to beat
Oh
Halep.
my gosh, you picked. Oh my gosh, I didn't.
Hell yeah.
Halep could win the damn tournament.
That's laughable.
You think
Ooh la
Muhova's
la.
gonna beat Halep
Someone
in the
that
first
doesn't
round?
know how to.
Are you serious?
Someone that doesn't know about a slicer.
You picked that?
Emma Raducanu ain't gonna win shit.
God.
Halep will lose in the first round. Mark my words.
Can you bet me on this or something? Can I get in on this action?
She will go down. She is not gonna win this tournament.
Oh my goodness, I got dumber after hearing that pick.
No way.
Muhova's gonna beat Halep in the first round.
Absolutely.
Lock that in.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Okay.
She's going down.
My next pick is Tomljanovic. She always does well on this surface. That was Berrettini's ex-girlfriend.
And Kira goes?
Andreescu.
No, that's Mladenovic.
Andreescu.
Okay.
No, not Mladenovic. You had it right.
Oh,
Andreescu.
so she was hitting 2 dudes.
That's a long time ago.
Oh.
Come on, you tell me some of the girls you went out in high school didn't hit one dude and the other dude and then the other dude and then ended up with this dude right here? Come on, man. Stop it.
She's got like all these analogies and
Stop
stuff.
it. Stop it. If you think about women that way, that she hit it one way and that way, come on.
Think about women like that. I've known you. We've been
But
together
you
for
said
like 2
Tomljanovic.
decades.
You said Tomljanovic hit that one and that one.
See,
In the artist world, they're all dating each other. Get real.
yeah. See,
I mean, like, it's like the what's her name? Angelina Jolie was doing this to and this to. And you don't think about it that way, do you really?
you don't want sloppy seconds.
I'm sure you got a lot of sloppy seconds and thirds and fourths and fifths.
No.
No.
Only the prize. Only the prize. We look for just the
Come
prize.
on, Justin. You telling me
It
high
was
school
just
your
a-
boy didn't hit that and then you got it?
No, I didn't do that.
Yeah, right.
No.
No. I heard the stories. Get real.
No.
Get
It didn't
real.
work
See,
like
I
that.
can say that because in high school I left clean. I didn't mess with anybody.
Man, I tell you.
Nobody can say anything bad about me.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Just
And I don't think anybody can say anything bad about me. Yeah, I made some bad mistakes, but I didn't hurt anybody. I don't think anybody can say a bad thing about me as well. Okay, no mistakes. So okay, finish the team.
Oh man.
Finish the team.
Anyways, I said it already. I said my picks are Swiatek, Kerber, Jabeur, Anisimova, Stevens, Mukova, Tomljanovic, Andreescu, and Serena.
Now, who's your final?
Hell no, Garcia's not gonna do well. She just
She
won.
could. Who said
My
that, Garcia?
finals.
Drip tennis. Yes, I thought about picking her.
My finals is Anisimova winning Wimbledon and beating Jabeur.
What?
Yes.
Jabeur just pulled out of the tournament with a knee injury.
Smart. It's called smart. Why kill yourself when Serena can't even move? If you look at the points, here's Jabeur moving, and here's Serena moving side to side, trying to figure it out.
Where's Jabeur from?
South Africa?
Tunisia.
Tunisia? Okay.
Okay. She is one of the only Middle East, or not Middle East, she's one of the only African players on the planet that are at this level.
She's my wild card. I didn't pick her to win. She's my wild
Carla,
card. Yeah.
If this very respectable young lady who has gone from out of shape to in shape, who has just plodded along in the rankings, if she is only one of the very few African continental players in the world, right? To have an opportunity to put her name, whether it's doubles or singles or whatever, on the all-time list of that tournament being a winner, I'm sorry, she's going to do it. She is, Ons Jabeur does not have the depth and the money.
Do you really think
She is
she's
not going to
injured?
pull.
She was playing doubles. How much money could you win in doubles?
It's not what I'm
First
talking
of all-
about. She's going to go on. She would have gone on a map. She could have gone home to her country in Tunisia and said, I won a tournament.
No.
No one else ever won.
Jabeur was moving so much because Serena's big ass could not move. She kept moving side to side, and she was having to do all the running. You gotta be smart. Here's a Grand Slam on Monday, and you gotta risk yourself for doubles for Serena Williams.
So you're telling me
She pulled out just like Halep pulled out, said she had neck injury, but she didn't have neck injury, and we all know.
So you're telling me that Ons Jabeur was playing this match with Serena, and all of a sudden she rolled up to Serena and said, hey, Serena, even though you're the GOAT and I'm not, let me go ahead and tell you what I'm going to do, Serena.
She's done it before.
I'm going to fake a knee injury, and we're going to bail. You telling me?
How do you know she told
That's
Serena
a conspiracy theory I've ever heard.
Come on, you are right all conspiracy theories.
Like what?
You believe in aliens. You believe that the draws are all fakes and it's all conspiracy theories.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah.
You're going to poll question this one. Do you believe in aliens? Give me that.
Oh my God.
Put it here.
Wait, I got to end this
poll.
one.
By the way, who would go farther? It was 50-50 again. I'm telling you that there is more to life than on this one grain of dust in this an infinite universe. Okay. Doesn't mean I'm one way religious or one way or the other. I'm very faithful. I'm thankful every day, whether I go to sleep or wake up. I'm very thankful. But I do think that there's a different dimension or a different level of being alive elsewhere. It seemed like a whole waste of space. Okay, but
Graham says Jabeur, Serena, and Halep, business decisions. Yeah. See, Lenny said Jabeur is definitely not injured.
okay, well, I appreciate that.
Justin,
And
you said
thanks
this
for the
all the
comment.
time. It's
Thanks for the
called
comment.
smart. It's using your coconut, okay?
Okay.
Why would she keep playing? She was doing most of the running in that doubles. I watched the doubles.
Okay, so here's when you read comic books as a kid, maybe a lot of you aren't old enough to know about comic books, but a comic book, you open it, actually have to turn pages and not flip your phone. And then we have like a bubble above the person's name, right? You understand what I'm saying? So I'm guessing the bubble underneath both of their heads when this was going on, right?
They talked before that.
They're
She
just
didn't
like,
retire
they're
from
just
the
like,
match.
we're quitting. And a blam cloud.
She didn't retire during the match.
Cloud.
She retired after they were done with their quarterfinal. Justin, how many players have we seen retire from tournaments and they play just fine because they make the right decision?
Yeah, I can't argue that. You're right.
Come on, man.
But I don't think it would be Ons Jabeur and Serena Williams during doubles while they're selling
Each
mad
sport
tickets.
doesn't matter. Just saying.
All right, fair enough. Okay, men's side. Okay, men's side. And you had who in the final? Oh, Anisimova being who?
Jabeur.
Okay, men's side. And then we'll get into match by match.
I was going to type it, but I'm sure. Go ahead.
Okay, on the men's side, this is who I chose. Novak Djokovic. Let's go. Number one stunner. We got to shine every summer. Let's go, Nole. Let's go. 21. 21 coming now. 2 weeks away. Let's go. Number two, Nadal. Nadal. How do you say his
Wait,
name?
you trust
Nadal?
Nadal. Who's going to be a daddy.
By the way, yes. Congratulations to him. Good job for him. But we talk smack in terms of sports. Personal life stuff is respectable. Once we're inside the cage, it's all smack talk. Once you get out of the cage, okay, it's over, right? Okay, Djokovic is my 1-point player. Rafael Nadal is another 1-point player.
Cool.
And Matteo Berrettini as my other 1-point player. Now, Lily just drew a picture. So, Lily, you want to come show this picture?
See, believe in yourself.
Come over
You
here.
gotta write that.
What does this mean?
I don't really know yet.
Believe in yourself.
How does that mean believe in
Believe
yourself?
in yourself.
What were you
Your
thinking?
mom,
Create
you.
a spark.
There you
Create
go.
your own
Create a
spark.
spark. There you go. See? Write that.
So
I don't even have to
this
write a
means
post-it.
create a spark.
Create your own spark.
Do you know how? Do you know if you rub your feet on the carpet
See, create
with
your own
shoes
spark on
on
the tennis court.
or with socks and you walk up to someone and go shh, and then touch it, bop, you get popped. It's a spark. It's called what? Kinetic energy. What's it called?
Friction.
Friction. Yeah, is that right? So what happened here was this person was walking down the carpet and this person was walking down the carpet and they both came right in the center and they said, all right, let's touch each other real soft. And it was like shock. And so it's create your own spark. Is that right, or was I just make that up?
Mm-hmm.
We
pretty
don't
good.
even have carpet. So
It was pretty good.
See? Write that now. Write in. Create your own
In the
spark.
background.
create your own
Yeah.
spark. That's good.
Seriously.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, and I don't have to buy you the poster. And then you can
Fine.
look at
There
it.
we go.
Then you can look at it.
I'll
And then
hang it on
color
my
it.
door.
Yeah. Put it on your door.
Okay, back to the fantasy teams. So Novak Djokovic, 1-point player. Rafael Nadal, 1-point player. Matteo Berrettini, 1-point player. And usually, by the way, I only pick 1 or 2 1-point players and try to get more points.
Did Justin pick Berrettini, the one that he trashed?
The first time I've
He
ever picked him.
trashed.
The
Trashed.
first time.
Interesting.
First time I've ever picked Berrettini. Just like the first time you've ever picked Sloane Stephens. So
Interesting.
what is
No, I
that?
picked
What is
Sloane
that? No,
Stephens
you
before.
have not.
Yes, I
You
have.
always hated on me because you thought I loved her in the chocolate milk
She's
commercial.
beautiful.
She's
Why?
really-
I don't give a crap if
She's
you
so
like her.
hot. Sloane Stephens, I got a crush. Besides her,
I don't care.
if she ever I would call Sloane. Be like, man,
Make
Sloane.
sure you're making some good coin, okay?
Okay, so now my 2-point players. Francis Tiafoe. Let's go, Tiafoe.
That's a
Come
good
on. I tried to pick some U.S. players just because we don't win this stuff anyway. So if I lose them, it doesn't matter. But if I win them, we're genius. Okay, so it was like, whatever. Okay, so Francis Tiafoe, Nick Kyrgios. Okay, we're going to talk about him in a minute. How good of a shot does Nick Kyrgios actually have? Okay, how good of a chance does he really have?
Ooh.
Holger Rune. Okay, I don't like his court conduct. He's a dick. I get it. But I picked him on my team. Jensen Brooksby. Now, I picked him because of Jody Crane. So if Jody Crane is watching this, probably not. But either way, I picked him because of him. Because we mentioned, or his wife, Katie, respectively, much love, mentioned that he and she were into Jensen Brooksby. And Carl and I were like, what? This dude yells at his parents. I was like, oh, it's crazy stuff in public.
No, that was rude.
Or whoever. He's got a bad attitude. Let's just leave it at that. I don't want to get into
He's got a
exact.
bad attitude.
He's got a bad attitude. But I felt like, why not? We'll give him a shot on the fantasy team.
Okay.
So whatever. If I lose him, don't laugh. That was just a pencil in. Next, Andy Murray. Okay, Andy Murray, by the way, if he stays healthy, in other words, he doesn't end up limping, he doesn't end up, in pain or discomfort, he has a chance to win the whole tournament. Okay. Do you agree he has some chance?
He has some chance, yes.
Some chance. He's won 2 of these things, and he's still younger than both of Nadal and Djokovic. The question is can
By
he?
a year?
How can he stay healthy? That's the question. My last pick. This is my wild card / qualifier. This is totally against my whole thought process on players that come out of nowhere, like Raducanu. Who the hell are you? I forgot who you are. And then all of a sudden comes out and wins something, and all of a sudden we're like, she's the GOAT, she's the GOAT. And then we come on the show and we're like, are you serious?
Or Mike Walker.
Okay, so I went ahead and chose Van Richthofen, Beethoven, whatever.
Someone guessed it before time.
Yeah, Beethoven, let's go. Exactly, I chose Beethoven. So I did that, and I'm sure I'm going to eat my words. If I was actually standing a chance to win the money and wasn't sending it out, I would take him off. I probably would have gone with Wawrinka, but then again, Wawrinka plays Jannik Sinner in the first round. I still say Wawrinka in 5 on that match. Just saying, probably won't happen, but I'm thinking Wawrinka in 5. We'll see. But that would be my men's team, my men's final, and I can go ahead and etch one of these 2 finalists in stone. Okay, so if we go to the Temple or the Oracle in Delphi in India, and there's something inscribed on the wall. What is it? What's inscribed there? Know thyself, but nothing too much, something like that. Anyway, so I have Novak Djokovic will, without a doubt, will win Wimbledon, without a doubt. Forget about it. You don't have to. If you bet on it, you don't have to you don't have to think about it. Just collect your money when it's done. Novak Djokovic will win the final, and I think there's a lot of choices who he can meet on the other side. But because of who he is, and he's won 22 majors, I chose Djokovic beating Rafa Nadal. Okay, and that's my teams and my predictions. All right, Carla, what you got men's side?
I got Nadal, Djokovic, Felix Auger-Aliassime,
Okay.
Murray, Tiafoe,
Okay.
Kyrgios, Rune, Brooksby, and Wawrinka.
So we were so close. We were so close on the men's team. So we were like 2 players off. So we went totally opposite on the women's, and we went together on the men's.
Yeah. So, and we weren't even looking. I think Felix could do really well, by the way.
But wait a minute, didn't he just make it deep into a grass court tournament? So if your logic is
yeah,
correct,
but he didn't
it would be wrong.
He didn't win. He didn't make it that deep. Quarters?
Okay, well, see, this is the hypocrisy.
No, he didn't win. He didn't win. I said win.
I swear, I have to rewind this. I need to rewind this show and find
He
out.
didn't win.
Carla said something.
But not only that, he's not the type of player that we don't know about. That player that you're talking about that you picked as your wild card, no one knew about him, and he won. And that's why Kvitova just won before she's playing Wimbledon, and that's dangerous. Garcia just won before she's playing Wimbledon. Just saying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Carla's one of those type people that will, for a
guys, go back and rewind.
Okay. I'm gonna let you all in on a secret. So Carla will tell you one thing in the morning or something, and then you do that thing or whatever it is, and then later on that evening, I didn't tell you to do that. And I'm like, what you talking about?
Bullshit. I said win.
It doesn't matter what I do.
Win. Did he win? No, he didn't win.
Look,
anyways, I got Nadal beating Djokovic.
Let's go.
Okay, I went the opposite way. Of course, I'm gonna go with Nadal. He's gonna beat Djokovic.
Not gonna happen.
You ain't gonna be kissing that trophy, bro.
Djokovic ends up with 21.
I almost picked Fritz, but you know what?
To win the tournament?
No, in this thing, but he just won the tournament, so I can't.
Jeez. Okay. That's the fantasy team. So good luck if you're going to play. Check out the rules video. It's really fun. And when we get into the second week, especially on the fantasy teams and on the $600 cash giveaway, it gets really entertaining because everyone wants to win, obviously, and people will start kind of trading smack talk, and all good fun. So check it out for sure. Okay. First round intriguing matchups and dark horses to win the tournament. Okay. One of the first shows the first show we ever did was Wimbledon 2018. Mm-hmm. And the first show, the title was, if you go back to the beginning of our videos, like 700 of them, and go back to the beginning. The first video I want to say was dark horses for the championship for Wimbledon. Wimbledon is still my favorite tournament. Hers is the US Open. Wimbledon has kind of asterisked a little bit because of not allowing the Russians to play or the Belarusians to play. Anyway, intriguing first round matches and potential second round matchups. Okay, in other words, if 2 players have an easy first round, all of a sudden, they may face in the second round type thing, or maybe even third. Who are those? So I'm going to start from the top in no particular order. I just started on the top of the draw and went south. Okay, Stanislav Wawrinka and Jannik Sinner. Carla, who wins? How many sets?
I pick Wawa.
How many?
I agree with you, 5. I think Wawrinka will beat him. I think Sinner has had a rough year.
Yeah.
He hasn't quite figured. I think people have figured him out. And I think someone Wawrinka with experience who has nothing to lose. He knows he's at the end of career, has nothing to lose. He'll win that 5 set just to get through one round. Just to get through one round.
What's up with we have to finish at 7:30 and have to eat?
He asked, are you doing shows every day? And I said, most likely not Wednesday. Wednesday is the longest.
Yeah, by the way.
Just Wednesday, probably.
You guys know, and gals, you guys know we do shows every single day.
Just Wednesday. It's still not probably.
But we have a very active clinic on Wednesday at
we
Shane
finish
out there.
at 7:30.
It's really kind of her nucleus, so we always try to respect that and make sure we're all
just
in.
not it, but
So
on Wednesday we work
Wednesday.
from morning to night, and then we gotta eat dinner. By the time we get home, there is no way.
Yeah, on Wednesdays we leave at like 6 in the morning, and we don't get home till like 9 o'clock.
No way we can
so and we would do it. Well, I mean, even if we had internet the right way where we went, we still wouldn't have time. we still couldn't do it there. It's
No.
just Wednesday's really bad.
Wednesday is a tough day.
Okay. By the way, did anybody know that Feliciano Lopez is playing in this tournament?
I did.
Good.
I saw that.
Feliciano Lopez is one of my favorite players. Not of all time, but one of my favorite, I guess, post 90s type players, post 80s type players, whatever. And by the way, he is the tournament director at what? Barcelona, Madrid? Which tournament is he the director of?
One of those.
Monte Carlo. He directs one of the big tournaments, Premier 1000, I think. Okay, I take Wawrinka in 5. Next match, Mormir Kekmanovic and John Millman. I'm only mentioning that. You're probably like, what the hell? I have a lot of respect for the Serbian players. Every person over the age of 40 years old, somewhat has been through a thick of it there. The Bosnian War, Kosovo, whatever, playing tennis in bombed out swimming pools. Hence why I have a lot of respect for Djokovic when everybody else hates. I'm pulling for any Serbian player in the tournament. Just saying. Also, next, Basilashvili against Lucas Rosol. Okay, not a huge match, but Basilashvili at one point in time, I think could have been top 5. And Lucas Rosol, by the way, Lucas Rosol beat Nadal at Wimbledon one year?
He did, yes. I thought that Lashvili white beater can go down.
Watch out for that.
I think he could go down.
Now, Del Bonis isn't the best player. I mean, he's on the Pro Tour, so he's good. He's a damn good player.
Let me give you guys a tip.
But he's
here.
playing Van Richthofen, aka Beethoven.
Let me give you a tip, guys. You know how the French Open, I said pick Spanish names? Do the opposite.
Pick
at
Beethoven.
Wimbledon. No, pick anyone that's from Netherlands, Denmark, Luxembourg, English, British, whatever, Scottish.
Yeah.
Pick anyone from that side of the country.
What about the countries that border that, like Poland, Hungary?
Yes, pick that. But
Okay.
stay away from Spanish names completely. Americans, depending who, right? Americans have a better chance here.
Okay, so here's a question for you, Carla. Do you pick Fernando Verdasco for Wimbledon?
No, he's Spanish.
Okay. Would you choose?
I didn't even see him.
Would you choose Van Richthofen
Yes,
instead of Beethoven?
I would. Any weird ass name picking.
Look, I picked the guy, but I would not be shocked if Beethoven lost in the first round.
I'm just saying.
Even though I picked
don't do the opposite that you did at French Open.
Okay.
Don't pick Argentinians. Don't. That's why Schwartzman's going down. Don't pick.
I disagree. Schwartzman wins the first round. Schwartzman wins that match. Schwartzman will win the first round match.
Oh wait, Chorich went out. That's who he was playing. I thought Chorich.
Either way, he would have beat him anyway.
No, I thought Chorich would beat him. Who's substituting for Chorich?
Lucky loser of some
How
sort.
far do you think Alcaraz? I got him losing in
That's the
the
next.
first
That's the
round.
next segment.
First round.
That's the next segment. Who asked that?
First
Alice
round.
Couillard. That's the next segment right here. I'll show you. Where is it? Alcaraz right here. So right where my finger is, it says Struff playing Alcaraz. And what do I say here? Upset alert.
Look, first you and I said laugh out loud, weird ass names.
Yeah, Vander
If you
Shosma.
see a weird ass name, just pick it. Just pick
you're
it.
exactly right. Good comment, Persio and I.
He's
Well,
saying what
welcome
I
home.
said.
Yeah.
Weird names.
Upset alert, upset alert, upset
Guys.
alert, upset alert. It's just my opinion that Jan-Lennard Struff will beat Carlos Alcaraz in the first round of Wimbledon. Struff is a fine player, solid player. Alcaraz is proven. He's respectable, but I don't think center court Wimbledon or whatever court he plays on will be too favorable against someone that's played on it. Yeah.
Not his game, no.
I'm calling the upset alert on that. I wouldn't bet on it, but don't be shocked if Alcaraz loses in the first round. I actually kind of hope Struff does beat him. I like Struff. Didn't Struff beat Federer? No, Federer squeaked out a win against him in the third set.
But Struff is
And like
because
Indian Wells.
I thought Struff was pretty good on grass.
Yeah, he's a good player. Okay, next, Bublik against Fucsovic, your boy Iron Man.
I gotta pick Bublik on that one. Bublik. I think Iron Man's game has disappeared. His hot girlfriend probably is taking over his life.
He does have a hot
His
girlfriend.
hotness is probably just, himself, him looking at himself in the mirror, his girl probably has, he's forgotten about tennis. So
I still think Fucsovic is hot. He's a handsome man, okay?
yes,
I'm
very
not,
handsome,
I'll tell you.
I think probably he's won enough money where he is content. It looks to me like he is content, and that's a downfall of that. I don't think he'll win that match.
There's two variables in this match, not from the tennis playing perspective, it's in the mental perspective. Bublik has personally exclaimed that he only plays tennis to pay the bills, otherwise he hates it, right?
That's just
Now, Fucsovic, on the other hand, gets into it. He's a gladiator, whatever. He's more mentally into the positives of the game. In other words, making a name for yourself. Bublik just wants to pay his bills. I think Fucsovic has the better mental capacity, so I think Fucsovic wins.
I don't think so. I think Bublik.
You want to make an easy bet on just
sure.
a fun bet?
I think Bublik said that, but he actually wins more matches. Okay. He has won more matches this year. Let's look it up. Maybe you guys that do all these, they check all these statistics.
Yeah.
About. I think that Bublik has won more matches this year than Iron Man has.
Let's make a fun bet. Let's make a fun bet. Let's say
shave your head.
I'm never doing that.
Okay, well then what's the fun bet?
That's not a fun bet. That's a big bet. That's crazy. And I told Carla I'm not cutting my hair until I put it back in dreadlocks. I had dreadlocks when I was younger, a long time ago, but I grew it to actually grow dreadlocks. So once I put it there, I'm going to wear it for a while and then I'll cut it.
William Spencer says Iron Man's been lost his energy and focus by making deeper runs outside of tennis.
Okay, let's make a fun bet then. How about next show? After that match, if Iron Man loses, I'll wear a sleeveless shirt, or you let me get a pair of shoes or something.
Come on, man. We got enough shoes already.
Not really.
Come on.
Make it a fun bet. We'll figure it out. But I do think Fucsovic beats Bublik.
Okay.
Okay. Next match.
If he does, I'll be happy with it.
Her catch against Davidovich Fokina. Everybody has jumped on.
Again, he's Spaniard.
And again, he's a clay court specialist, right?
No, not happening.
So her catch, I think, sails through that match. Mm-hmm. Next match, Brooksby versus Kukushkin. Again, Brooksby's on our fantasy team.
Kukushkin's a veteran, but no, I think Brooksby will beat him.
I think Kukushkin got lucky he's playing because Kazakhstan is pretty dang close to Russia because they're not letting the Russians play. They're not letting the Belarusians play. Damn, talk about some stupidity. Berrettini against Christian Garin. Berrettini should cruise, but Garin.
Another Spanish player. No.
Exactly. Okay. Shapovalov against Renderneck.
Renderneck will win. There's the weird name. And Shapo has been too focused on his girlfriend. This is what happens to boys. They get focused on their girlfriends. They think that that's the end of the world. Oh my God, I met a hot girl. And they completely forget about the goal and task. That's what you do like Pete Sampras. You date the ugly girls till you get to the pretty girl after you win, and then you become a legend. Look at Agassi. Agassi started dating all these ladies that were stars and all that. His tennis went to shit. And then after he realized, let me be with a girl like Steffi Graf, who's not maybe the most gorgeous, but at least
I can tap that.
I'm just saying. That's what's wrong with you guys. Tennis players, boys, men.
Tap that.
Don't worry about the hot girl you got by your side. There'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. There's many Instagram models. Many.
Tap that.
Accomplish your dreams. Work hard. And the right girl will come along. I mean, make yourself a name.
Tap that. All right.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I mean, look at Federer. You telling me Mirka's the hottest girl in the world?
She's a good tennis player.
Thank you.
You know that Mirka's a great tennis player.
That's my point. That is my point. And why is the guy so good? Because he wasn't distracted by hotness. Look. Wait. Here is Djokovic. Didn't get distracted by hotness.
Dream Tennis said that Agassi date Streisand.
That was
Andre Agassi dated Barbara Streisand with
with
her weird nose. What was he doing?
I don't know. But I'm just saying, they didn't get distracted. See? Djokovic didn't get distracted. But when these guys, they start dating these Instagram skinny ass anorexic looking models.
Like Eugenie Bouchard.
They get distracted. And they think
like
oh my God, I made it because she's an Instagram model. No, don't think that way. Think smarter.
William Spencer, as always, says a great piece. He says, men get near the top, get hot, get girl, falls to pieces. Women get to the top, get hot, Evian water endorsement deals, and fall to pieces.
What I mean, Kasoon, what I mean by hot,
Emma, Bouchard.
What I mean by hot is that Djokovic's girl would never be on Instagram going,
nor Nadal's.
I'm just saying,
these
are different type of girls.
A different caliber of man.
That's a different type of girls. They knew better than to do that. But then you have freaking Shapovalov. You know, it's like, Fucsovic, wake up. Just saying.
They're a different breed of men.
Yes.
They're a different breed of men. Just saying. By the way, I do think Shapovalov wins that match. I don't think it's decisive. He
lost French Open, he'll lose.
It could be a 5-setter.
No, but Steffi Graf was already, she made her career. She made her stand. She knew what she wanted. She was the man in that relationship. Trust me. Trust me, she whooped Agassi's ass around.
Yeah, and by the
Trust
way,
me, she put his ass in.
by the way, Robert Brush out there, SD Tennis in comments, like my everything. He's like
she wasn't an Instagram.
He's like a really good dude, and part of our family. But SD Tennis says something I've never heard before in my entire life. He says, "quote Steffi Graf was pretty hot to me."
She is, but she wasn't.
I have never heard in my life that Steffi Graf was hot. I have seen memes where her nose looks like Gonzo on the Muppets. But
no, I mean
she's a pretty girl.
She's a pretty.
But she's not hot.
I'm just saying these ladies, that some of these guys go out with these tennis stars. These girls are like anorexic. You know, they got their hair done. They gotta have the makeup on. But if you look at people like Federer, their ladies are normal. You look at Djokovic, ladies normal. Nadal, ladies normal.
This Steffi Graf.
That's why they are slapped.
Steffi Graf right there. I do love her. She's one of my favorite players of all time. I'm not hating on you, Steffi. I love you. I really do. Steffi Graf to me is the best player of all time.
Sakura is not hot.
Steffi Graf to me is the best player of all time.
Oh yeah.
Men or women, I take Steffi.
Women's Census says the difference between women who are sexy and attractive and a girl who basically base their entire existence around being hot. Exactly.
I agree.
Exactly.
I agree with you. Yes.
What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, if you want to meet a good girl, Raducanu who's not hot. Kensu, I told you already. You just like I tell my boys.
Raducanu is like a pug.
I tell my boys, don't bring me an Instagram model. I want you to bring me a quality girl. Just saying.
Quality over quantity. And it takes a long time to find one quality mate. Okay? Quality is rough. Look, Carla can be a real pain in the ass, like a real big pain in the ass, but ultimately she's a real quality girl. She's tough.
And you're not a pain in the ass?
Oh, I'm a pain in the ass.
You are definitely a pain in the
But
ass.
I'm very loyal.
Absolutely.
I don't even look in the wrong direction. I don't. Do I really? Okay. By the way, here's Carla got me on like lockdown because we went. I think we went not lockdown, but we went downtown to a place to eat sushi a long time, like 3 or 4 years ago. We don't get out much, but we were walking down the street, and this was like at night. We didn't go to a Mardi Gras parade, but it was Mardi Gras, so there's a lot of people around. And we're walking down the street, and like 2 girls come this way, and they're like in like tight, like black night dresses.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, I didn't care.
And she walked down, and I just so happened to spin around, and then she was like, "What you looking?"
No, I didn't. That is bullshit. First of all, you said, "Look, baby, those are the type of girls that are plastic." You said that shit. I laughed because that doesn't bother me. Again,
You know,
when you get older, men and women, factual. A guy could be so hot. I talk about Iron Man. But at the end of the day, if you don't have something in common with that person to get you through the hard times,
exactly.
hotness does not matter.
Doesn't
The
matter.
way you look does not matter at the end of the day. It's what the quality and is the person willing to fight with you.
Oh,
I love it.
Okay, so Liliana updated her picture. So Liliana, you're gonna have to show us here. So let me put it up here. What does it say? Create your own, and that's the spark. So create
Now you
your
gotta color it.
own spark. Well, I think black and white is pretty.
No, but you can put the spark light.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
make the hands.
So don't say that
Okay.
because I don't got you on check.
One of the Lily, you can come over here. So one of the best and most precise works of art of all time is Leonardo da Vinci's, and I forget the exact name for it, like a man or something. And he has a perfectly drawn spheric circle. And then there's the man with his arms. Have you seen this? This is kind of like a Da Vinci-esque type picture, right? Does anybody know the Da Vinci I'm talking about? Do you know the Da Vinci I'm talking about?
Like the anatomy.
Do you know that Leonardo da Vinci drew a perfect sphere free-handed with a pen or pencil? A perfect sphere, meaning that you have to draw a sphere isn't a sphere to perfection unless it's perfect, right? Da Vinci drew a perfect sphere free-handed. Quite amazing, a statement, a sign of excellence. Okay, great job. So Lily, what do you think about when you drew this? What were you thinking about?
Mom, thank you.
But what made
Because I want her to always, here's the other thing about girls. Everything you see on TV, it's about being skinny. It's about having no flaws on your face, having perfect hair, having the right clothes, the right brand. And I want her to not think about that and believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. One thing I admire about Serena is that she didn't give a shit of what you or I thought. She made sure the racket did the talking. That's why she has that many slams.
Serena fan.
I'm talking about the slams she won.
You said let the racket do the talking. She screeched her
Justin,
She
how
hollered
many
at him.
times did she win because of her serve? Because of her serve?
23.
That's what I'm talking about. Come on, man. Stop being dumb.
23.
Stop being dumb. I'm just
23.
saying, she's not the most beautiful lady, but guess what? We talk about her.
She's a beautiful girl.
We talk,
Serena's a
but
pretty
why do
girl,
we talk about her?
but
Because of what she has accomplished.
her sportsmanship just made her.
Whatever, man.
You know,
It can't be worse than Kyrgios.
Do you guys remember? You guys remember when Serena Williams did a Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition? She was on the cover in a beautiful white bathing suit, one piece.
She was ripped.
One of my favorite pictures of all time. Loved it. I used to grab that magazine. We'd go through the grocery store lines. What year was that? That tells you how long we've been around. But I used to go to the grocery stores and we'd be checking out, getting food, and I would see that Sports Illustrated. I'd be like, Carla, look, you know.
She was
looked beautiful.
I'm just saying though, but
that's a far cry between then and now.
But that's why I tell my daughter, look, here's a woman that based her belief, what her parents told, believe in yourself, kick ass, blah blah blah, and that's a girl should be.
So ask Lily, do you like Serena Williams? And what makes you like her? Do you think what makes you like her? A, and B, what turns you off about her, if anything? And C, what do you think about her overall court conduct?
She does not have very good sportsmanship. I'm gonna shove that ball down your throat. That's what I think when I hear sportsmanship about her. But it's like what she came from. She grew up like not very rich, or she just worked with what she had and became great and she was a very accomplished person. She still is. Now, I don't think her tennis is doing that great currently, but
she is
in her prime, she was great.
Yes. And she sent the right message to everybody when she was younger. Fight, believe, and don't quit.
I think she could now become a vocal fill-in for ninja movies. You know, like let's say hypothetically, some actor is playing a ninja role and their throat goes hoarse because they yelled so much. They could just get him to do the moves, and in the background she could be going so she could be actually the vocals for a ninja movie.
Sharapova did at the beginning of her career.
Sharapova was a squeal like a pig.
Yeah.
Sharapova sounded like a.
I'm just saying.
Pig.
The thing is, to me, with men who are champions, there's a reason that they have the women that they chose by their side. They're not Instagram models. You don't see them on Instagram. Just saying.
Okay.
So people like Shapovalov, Kyrgios, not that Kyrgios is a good-looking dude, but even Murray, if you look at his lady, she's a classy lady. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is why Zavrev's gotten himself in trouble. Even Medvedev's lady, if you look at her, she's kind of quiet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what it requires. Pete Sampras, when he married his wife, she was very quiet, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, look at these examples for those guys who are in the tour and they're young.
Yeah, I think what you're
Don't worry so much about hotness.
Yeah.
Worry about the person that's going to help you become better.
You know, you see, especially in the NBA and the NFL, in other words, basketball and football, you see these athletes that all of a sudden are next to people with, these super tight, boobs sticking out and these thongs sticking out of their spandex pants and whatever. It generally doesn't last very long. It's because they're gonna go after the next person that has just the same amount of money.
Basketball players are the worst to look at as examples. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just the worst.
Okay.
Not good example.
All right. Moving on to a couple more first round matches that are intriguing, or potential second round matches on the men's side. I did write Schwartzman versus Coric. Now, Borna Coric, again, at one point in time was on my list. If you go back to our first shows, I used to think Borna Coric would be top 5. He did come close, and then he had some injury issues. So I would love to see how but the lucky loser does against Schwartzman. I think Schwartzman, whether he played Coric or not, would have won the first round match. We talked about Shapo. I'm going with Shapo on that one. Felix Auger-Aliassime against the serving volleying Cressy. SD Tennis has chosen Cressy before on his fantasy team. I thought about this here. This is a good surface to serve and volley on. Okay, if you serve to the body, if you serve to the body, that's the best place to serve if you serve and volley. If you don't serve, if you serve and volley and hit out wide, you've got a down the line shot and a really wicked angle on the crosscourt. So if you're serving volley, you must, at least you don't have to. You want to mix it up, but hitting down the tee on either side decreases the angle, so you can come in and close off those angles. So if I'm hitting in the middle, you got 35 degrees off both sides. If I come in the middle, I can cover both those angles if I get there quick enough. But if I go out wide and then I come over here in this angle, I've got topspin here, I got wicked cross, and then I got a line if I guess this way. So that body serve is really good. If Cressy does a good job of serving to the body or up the tee against Felix, I think he has a good chance at winning, is all I'm getting at. I'm not saying he's going to win. Felix should obviously win. He's top 10 in the world, right?
Yeah.
But Cressy, don't be shocked if he does win.
Cressy just lost to Tsitsipas.
In the final, right?
Yeah.
In the final. And it was a tight second set, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm not calling upset alert, but don't be shocked if Cressy wins.
Mm-hmm.
Next match, Jack Sock against Zapata Morales. Not that I'm worried about the match. I just am curious how Sock's fitness is. Okay. And sorry about the length of the show. This is always the longest show. When we do draw breakdowns, this is always the longest show. We had one 4 hours one time.
Thank God we don't do that anymore.
Okay, 4 hours. We had a show. Okay.
Oh, Fritz, thank you. So what did I
Yeah. So not
who
so.
did Tsitsipas beat?
In the final just now.
Mm-hmm.
We just watched it. How can we? No one remembers second place. There's no room for second place. We just watched the match. Who did he play in the final?
Good, thank you.
Yes.
That's why he was forgettable.
Oh my God.
That's why he was.
We just watched the match.
That's why he was forgettable. That's why. Got it. Okay. Again,
Perfect example.
He's Spaniard.
Do you think that Jack Sock has anywhere near the fitness to do anything deep in this tournament?
I don't know. Well, it'd be good for him to do. All right, right?
Okay, Holger Rune, he's an asshole too. I don't know him personally. I haven't been around him personally, but from what I hear in the locker room, he's kind of a dick, right? Kind of a bad sportsmanship. He's playing Marcus Giron, the U.S. player, so I'm saying go USA here. I would love to see Musetti, the one-handed Italian, the one-handed backhand Italian, play Taylor Fritz. Personally, I'm going to pull for Fritz. Obviously, he's from the U.S., but I would love to see that one-handed backhand move further into the draw. A dark horse by a lot of you, not just me and not just Carlo, but Marin Cilic. We know he has been to a Wimbledon final before. I think he lost to Federer, correct me if I'm wrong, or was that the U.S. Open? I think it was Wimbledon. He shed a couple of tears, but Cilic has been here before. Cilic has gone through some nagging injuries as well, especially in the wrists or the hands. He has a chance to do well. He is playing an American, Mackenzie McDonald. So good job for him, Mackenzie McDonald. But I think Mackenzie McDonald's trip to Wimbledon stops with this match. I think Marin Cilic wins that, and I don't think Marin Cilic will not make it. That came out wrong. Marin Cilic, I think, will definitely make it to the second week. Okay, sorry about that.
Michael Walker says Jack Sock is skinny compared to Serena.
Good point. Okay, women's side, intriguing matches starting at the top. Elise Cornet versus Pottymouth Putintseva.
I picked Cornet.
You did? Good pick.
Yeah, I think that Cornet does well in grass, and I think she will upset Pottymouth.
Good pick. Next match, and I only wrote this down because Carla and I literally got into an argument last night about it. Sloane Stephens versus Qian Zhang. Okay, I'm calling upset alert. I think Zhang beats Sloane Stephens, and don't think that I hate on Sloane Stephens. I love her. She is like, she is a definite. She is a want to make you mad, but she's a beautiful
Why would you
girl.
make me laugh? Why would I mean mad?
I love Sloane Stephens.
I could care less.
But you know that she has been sporadically winning matches at all. You know, she's had some highs and has some lows. She's into the married life and da 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 da. Qian Zhang is one of those Chinese players that is willing to fight for her life.
We all know what she is to you by now.
Yeah.
To say we all know.
Okay. Yeah, I love Sloane Stephens. I really do. But I think Qian Zhang wins that. And then Carla got in this huge argument with me last night because all of a sudden this is what started it. She was like, Sloane Stephens does great on this surface. And I'm like, what? She hasn't even made it past the quarterfinals, and that was 2013. And she was like, no, it's not. No, it's not. So I got out Wikipedia. I was like, boom, boom, boom. Sloane Stephens. I was like, look. This is like her worst performance on any serve. She was like, well, I don't care. I'm like, you just told me she did so great. And all of a sudden I'm showing you that she didn't, knowing that I've been infatuated with her until I met you. Like, how is she questioning?
First of all, he was infatuated after he met me. So that's a bold lie.
Damn. Anyway, Sloane Stephens has a really good chance of doing well in the tournament, but at the same time, she has a really good chance of doing
Michael Walker, how do you notice these things? He says, well, at least Serena doesn't get her grandma arms because her weight goes to her thighs and her breasts. Her arms are mostly, so no flap.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather the weight go to my boobs than my arms, just saying.
What?
No, he was talking about,
Then they start to hang.
No, but he was talking about grandma arms. I think Osaka has grandma arms.
So do you just prop them on a bra? Just leave them to slap you in the face? But what happened when you take it off? Slap you in the mouth.
I will never have that problem.
Pardon me?
I will never have.
Slap you in the mouth.
You know I will never have that problem, right?
Oh,
Look at my mom. Does she have that problem?
her mom's hot, by the way. You got a picture of her mom?
No,
You don't have that?
I will never.
You got a picture?
Justin, let's get through this. I want to eat.
Okay. Next match. Bianca Andreescu against Amina Bektas. You would think that Andreescu Bektas match would be like, okay, Andreescu's gonna roll, but don't forget this girl Amina Bektas is from the USA. So I'm anxious to see this one.
That's not even okay. I don't even know why you brought that up.
You never know.
You just wanted to write a name down. But go ahead.
Okay, Shelby Rogers and Petra Martic. Donna Vekic against Jessica Pegula. Wawrinka's ex-girlfriend against a billionaire. You will never hear this again.
I think
a billionaire.
Wait a minute. Vekic versus Pegula, you sure?
Yeah, Vekic is playing Pegula in the first round. Billionaire against Wawrinka's ex. Let's go. I wonder why Wawrinka.
Oh yeah, I have Vekic winning now.
I wonder why Wawrinka and Vekic never played mixed doubles together. I mean, they used to, get down. Why didn't they play mixed doubles together?
I don't know. Next.
Okay. I'm gonna drop another one. Darya Yastremska and Anna Bogdan. Why do I bring up? Why do I bring up Yastremska? Because we always talk about Raducanu who, but it's really like Yastremska was before you who. She got rescinded because of doping or performance-enhancing drugs. She got suspended, kind of like Sharapova who, and they both came back from their suspensions playing like ass. So do you think Yastremska was like who now because she doesn't take that now? I don't know. Won't get into that, but I'm interested to see if how Yastremska plays. She's a fine player, and I don't think she's still teamed up with what's his name, the pretty boy with the tan.
No,
Sasha Bajin.
He's with Pliskova.
All right. This one I have to laugh at. This is a match that I would never even have gained traction to watch. That's Amanda Anisimova versus Zheng Wang. Why do I bring this up? Because homegirl has got Anisimova winning Wimbledon, and I'm going to watch her potentially lose in the first round.
All right. Yeah, okay.
Serena Williams versus Harmony Time. Telling you, upset alert. Be careful. I don't even think it's considered an upset if you're a student of the game. I mean, Serena should win because of her serve alone, but she has a really good chance to lose. This one's the biggest one of the day. This one's the biggest one of the day right here. Ready for this? Van Uytvanck. Let's go, Van Uytvanck against Emma Raducanu. Who?
I think she'll beat her.
I think Van Uytvanck whips Raducanu's tail in straight sets. I'm thinking like 6'3", 6'3" Van Uytvanck. Raducanu's going to get throttled, beat down. Talk about she's pretty. Come on, she went to the Met Gala after she played her match. She was pretty before she did that, but after that, she looked like a pug. Okay, who needs it? Tennis is tennis. That stuff is for weird people. Okay, Kaya Kanepi against Diane Perry. Why do I say Kanepi? Because Kanepi has been a strong player.
Isn't Perry the one-handed backhand?
Hey, buddy, will you stop with the dog? Yeah.
Is a one-handed player. That's why I think that she could win that.
Yeah.
I think it'll suit her.
All right, 4 more matches because Carla's kicking my foot underneath the table like she just wants to kill me. Yeah.
No, I'm showing you
She's
the
like
time.
waving at the camera, beating me in the face. Even though we used to do this 4 hours.
Yes. The difference is that we work full time.
We've always worked full time. We got 5 kids.
On the court full time.
Sometimes I get dumber with some of these analogies.
Really?
But I love you though. Okay, next one. Ons Jabeur against Bjorklund. Why do I write this down? Because if Jabeur just pulled out of the tournament with a knee injury, I'm guessing that Bjorklund's strategy would be to not worry about the player, but to hit spots. Backhand corner, drop shot, lob over the head, back. We're talking hourglass formation. So if I'm playing someone that has just withdrawn because my knee hurts, and it's really true, hit it deep in the corner, drop shot this corner, lob over their head, back to this corner, lob over their head, drop shot here, lob over that head, drop shot here. I'd be moving them like crazy.
So by the way, this is Christopher.
Oh, let's go. I showed that beginning.
You're showing it again.
Let me see it. Oh, this is the iPhone. These iPhones suck.
No, that's because people like.
Oh, that's our oldest son, though. That's our oldest son, Jonathan. That's our 20-year-old. We got a 20-year-old son, too.
What's up, hitchhiker?
Let's go, bro. Get your fantasy team in, bro. Let's go, Hitchhiker. Great to hear from you. He's in India, right? Go, Hitchhiker. Stranger. Let's go. You better be playing fantasy teams too. Come on, bro. Good to hear from you. Much love. Mwah. Okay, the last few matches that I have, this one's a joke. Some of you picked Helena Ostapenko as your Wimbledon finalist and on your fantasy team. Ostapenko, who? She won the French Open in what, 2017? The only difference between then and now is now she's 300 pounds and looks like the Michelin tire guy. I mean, she looks like the Pillsbury Doughboy. Are you serious? Her and Serena should play doubles together. Ostapenko, oh, you're big. Serena Williams, oh. They should have a joint tag team, WWE team, calling about the Pillsbury, listen to me now,
Yes, he does look like Taylor Fritz. That's why I like Taylor Fritz.
Yes, he does.
Every time I see Taylor Fritz, I think of Jonathan.
Correct.
Yeah.
Small world. Mike has a very keen eye. Okay, last two matches that I have. Belinda Bencic versus Xian Wang. Bencic is a fine player to me. I enjoy watching her play. She has grace.
Didn't she like withdraw because of an injury? See, I never believe injuries. We are very proud, Lumini. Very proud. What were you doing to do?
Oh, here's what I was going to show you. Okay. Last match that I have, Annette Kontaveit versus Bernarda Pera, from USA. I only wrote this down as intriguing because Carla thinks she's going to lose in the first round, meaning Kontaveit. And then Pera is from the US. So Carla said Kontaveit would lose in the first round. I have Kontaveit winning the tournament. Losing in the finals in the tournament. But how do you come up so different on the women's side? I have her making the final, and you have her losing in the first round.
Because Kontaveit has not done much this year. And if you've heard our fans, the viewers, and people talk about Kontaveit, you would understand why I say that, but you haven't.
All right, last thing to end the show. The betting odds for Wimbledon in terms of favorites to win it. And I'll start with this. The biggest favorite is Novak Djokovic at -125. That means I have to bet $125 to the bookie. And if he wins, I get my 125 back plus 100. So I got to bet 125, risk 125 just to win 100. Next is Matteo Berrettini at plus 550. So in other words, if I bet $100, give it to the bookie, and Berrettini wins it, he gives me back my $100 plus $550. Rafael Nadal is plus 650. So Berrettini is a bigger favorite than Nadal. Felix Auger-Aliassime is at plus 1100. Put 100 on Felix, you get back 1100 and your 100 if you win. Carlos Alcaraz, which all of you called the GOAT, he's the GOAT. He's the next big thing. He didn't win the French, and he's probably not going to do well on this grass, and may very well lose in the first round to Jan-Lennard Struff. And I think he probably will. I really do think Struff beats the daylight. It's not daylight. I think it's close. But Struff's going to beat Alcaraz, in my opinion. It's just an assumption. Anyway, dumb me. I'm just a dumb me. Okay. Stefanos Tsitsipas is at plus 1800. Everybody in the next
The coaching thing will help him. That coaching rule will help
They
him.
can't coach in Wimbledon, can they?
No, after. Remember that coaching rule?
Yeah. Marin Cilic is plus 2000. You know, Marin Cilic would be a good bet. If you had $100 to burn, which I get none of us do with gas at $5 a gallon and mortgage rates and rentals being doubled as they were to us. I think if I chose two bets, I would put $100 on Marin Cilic, and if I lost it, I would lose $100 plus juice, 110. But if I won it, I would get back 2,000. And my second bet would be Andy Murray for 100. So I bet Andy Murray for $100, and if I lost, I would lose another 110. But if Andy Murray won, I'd win $2,500. Oh my gosh, that's the action. I'm taking Murray and Cilic at plus 2,000 and plus 2,500. A couple more. Taylor Fritz is plus 5,000. If you bet $100 on Taylor Fritz and he wins, you get back 5,000 G's. Let's go. Van Rithoven plus 8,000. Drop 100. You win 8, but he hasn't been well versed in 5-7.
Even with all those numbers you gave me, I still go with Djokovic. Even though I picked Nadal.
Yeah.
Even though I picked Nadal just because I'm a fan, I think I would go with Djokovic, even though I wouldn't win that much money.
Exactly. Women's side, highest favorite, Iga Swiatek at plus 130. So if you bet 100 and she wins, plus 130. That goes to show you, even though as dominant as she is as a tennis player, it's still kind of a coin toss. Hey, Justin.
I like this comment by Dream. My plan is to bet against Iga. Listen to this comment. My plan is to bet against Iga versus Cornet, then double the next round betting against Iga again, then doubling against Iga on the next match, etc. Iga is bound to lose.
But yes, but she's so much better than everybody
She
else.
can't win Wimbledon.
I
I agree with you. I don't think she'll win Wimbledon.
I don't think Swiatek can just all of a sudden just lose and she might have look, even if Swiatek has a bad day, she's still that much better than everybody else. I think Iga Swiatek is a clear winner. Just by
Okay.
Who's gonna beat her? Give me a player.
Anybody can. It's grass.
Okay. Betting odds on the women's side besides her. The next closest favorite is Coco Gauff at plus 1,000. So you could put $100 on Coco Gauff, and if she won, you'd win 1,000. So let me go ahead and tell you what. Would you do this? You have if you had $300, don't you think it would be pretty decent if you had it at burn? 100 on Chilich, 100 on
No, I would still choose
Coco Gauff.
No, I would still choose Djokovic.
And who was my other 100? Anyway, you get what I'm saying. I think one of those players has a really good chance.
I bet FA to win Wimbledon at 2,600.
All right.
My Super Bowl winnings. If he wins, I'm a millionaire.
So this is our youngest of 5 kids. This is Justin Jr. We have the same name, Justin Pruitt Davis, Pruette. Anyway, kind of an interesting name. But he is our youngest of 6, or 5, and he's a really good player, believe it or not. He's hitting one-handed backhands from the baseline on a regular court with regular balls, no 10 and under stuff. Does a really good job. Justin, if you could say one thing right now to anyone in the world, what would you say? You like Pokemon? What would it be? Do you have anything to share with the world? No?
He's like, I have no clue what to say, Dad.
All right.
Do you love your hair? Do you love your hair? Do you want me to cut your hair?
No, we're not doing that.
No.
We're not doing that. All right, buddy. All right, everyone's schedule for this upcoming Wimbledon. Today is Saturday. We will do another show tomorrow and probably Monday. We're off, so we'll probably do a short show with some material tomorrow, and then another one on Monday, because that's the days we have to go grocery shopping and so forth. And we'll do a show continuously every day except for Wednesdays. Sometimes they may be kind of rushed and not handwritten so well and prepared for. We might just hit record.
What's the purple bottle shampoo we use?
Aussie.
There you go. That's what we use.
So we some shows may be like going to a jam band concert and you follow them all the time. They may play one really good show and then play like shit for 3 days, and then all of a sudden they come back and jam their ass off. So it's the same type premise, because again, we work an hour away, we have to come back an hour, and sometimes we get weary, but nonetheless, we will do a show every single day. Tomorrow we will do a show, and on Monday we will do a show. And on Tuesday, the Wednesday though, which will be day 2 of Wimbledon, we won't, because Carla will kill me if I even insinuate. But we don't get home till like 10 o'clock at night. We leave at like 6 o'clock in the morning. But every show, Wimbledon has middle Sunday. So on middle Sunday, there won't be a show because there's no action, even though we're off that Sunday. So we could give that Monday missed action to that Sunday because we'll be here anyway. We love doing these majors. And by the way, a big shout out to all of you, because if there's no you, there is no what we do. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We used to do, how this show started is we used to talk tennis in the kitchen every day. And one day, Carla and I were like, why don't we just record it? And then here we are. So it's really quite a pleasure. And thanks all of you for sticking around. But besides Wednesdays, we'll do a show every day. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want to take part in the fantasy team competitions where the top 2 winners win $50, US sent to you immediately by ways of Venmo, PayPal, whatever. Or if you want to take part in the $600 cash giveaway, which has been a pot building for the last 6 majors. We put 100 up and then keep building it. No one has won that pot in the last 6 majors. So if you want a shot at winning $600 cash US, and again, that will be sent to you immediately. We'll do it on air by means of PayPal, Venmo, Western Union, whatever works. Then make sure that you check out the rules and entry video that is on this playlist on our channel, and as well on a separate one. And the rules are really quite simple. Okay. Make sure that you get that done if you want to play before the first ball is struck for this upcoming Wimbledon. So when the first round match starts, I don't care who's playing. If Jen Leonard struck and Alcaraz hit 1 ball, everyone else's picks locked. There's no changing, nothing. And Gene Swart and Thomas Chi, where you at, Thomas Chi? They're gonna pay Gene Swart $100 if you don't show up. Just telling you. After round 1, if I don't see Thomas Chi, I'm giving $100 to Gene. Swear. I don't mess around with that. We work, right? We work. We get down. Otherwise, get lost. Okay, so with that said, we will see you guys tomorrow. And we will see you guys again on Monday, Tuesday, break Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Are they playing tomorrow?
No, it starts Monday.
They are going to play on Sunday this year, breaking tradition. Where do you see that?
Let's go. Who said that?
I don't see that.
Who said that?
Where do you see that?
Let's go, Alice QR. Is that true?
Where do you see that?
I've never heard of that. Middle Sunday has been a big thing for faithful reasons there.
No, it says Monday here.
Yeah, there's no. How about hit men's though? Hit men's singles.
No, it's Monday.
Yeah, it shows Monday draw start. It says starts at 10 a.m.
Oh, he says, I mean, middle Sunday. They are playing middle Sunday.
Okay, fair enough.
Will be a day off.
All right, don't
Yeah, they
forget.
are playing.
Yeah, don't forget to
Yeah, they
subscribe.
are playing Sunday.
Oh snap! Excellent. So this Sunday.
Gene has Tom tied up in his basement.
That's true. All right. Anyway, I'm just giving Tom cheap.
I'm sure
a
he
face,
will.
but honestly, look, I kind of stay pretty straight up. We're not paying someone to do something to do it. And Gene's.
How did he know we were doing a show?
But
Really?
Gene's. Well, we put it out there a long time earlier.
And it's raining
But-
in tennis.
but-
It's raining in Mobile still.
But Gene swore from the first team that was turned in was right on it. And I think it was Ashish O, I think, in India that put in a team. And I think it was Alex QR that put in a team. And then SD Tennis. And Gene was on. Anyway, good work, Gene.
Yes, good work.
You're going to, don't worry. I'll tell-
Alrighty.
Okay, much love. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's go. Peace.
Bye-bye. Adios.
Come on.